All right, so we're gonna jump right into the very first step. All right, again, I want to make this very, very, very quick, very short. All right, so you don't think like, okay, you're trying to make this easy for us, but you're making it more complicated, right? So I'm just gonna get, I'm gonna get right into it with y'all. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. All right, so if you and your family or you're ready to buy a home, what is the very first thing that I need to do? All right. It's not going on Zillow. It's not going on Trulia. It's not going on these websites and just looking home. That's good if you know if you know you want to see okay what's out there. What would you like? And sometimes you may not even know exactly what you like as far as a home. You know, how many bedrooms do you want or do you need? Right. What type of what area do you want to live in? Um, what what colors do you want the house to be? You know, a lot of these things are great, but really the very first thing you want to know is what type of budget am I going to work with? And the way you find that out is by getting a pre-approval or a pre-qualification. Okay, and the way you do that is you can either do it with your bank or you do it with a loan officer or a mortgage officer that can help you get approved. And what that tells you is simply this: if you're going to, let's say you go into Walmart and you go in to buy groceries, you would probably want to check your bank account to make sure that you have money in there, and also uh, to make sure to make sure you know how much money you have in there, so you'll know how much groceries you're going to buy. Right? It's the same principle here. So if I'm going to buy a house, I need to know exactly what am I approved for? What type of house can I buy? Is it 200,000? Is it 300,000? Is it 500,000? I need to know what my budget is. So now when I go to look, the process is much easier. So right there, that very first step is crucial. That way you're not looking at houses that you may not necessarily be able to afford, or you may be looking at homes and houses that are under the value that you're able to approve for. Okay, so again, that just makes the process easier and stress free for you and for the agent that you're working with. Now, step number two is very important. Okay, once now you've gotten your pre-approval, you've gotten the pre-qualification, and you know exactly what you approve for, and the budget that you need to stay under or the budget that you need to stay above. Well, now you it's the most important part. You need to hire an agent. Yes, hire an agent. What agent? This guy. That's the agent you need to hire. Obviously, I would love to be the agent that you hire, but of course, you want to make sure you interview. Okay, now there's an interview process, and maybe some agents won't tell you this, but you're in the power seat. You get to hire different agents. You can interview them and see what their experience is. See what just do they can they get the job done for you, right? And you may find different agents at different personalities, different work ethic, different just way of working, and having different systems that may match your lifestyle, your schedule, all these different things. So you want to make sure you interview and find the agent that can actually be a good partner and a good assistant in this process. Because again, the agent's job is really to walk you through this process again, stress free, as easily possible. All right. So now, once you've hired an agent, now that agent's job is to take you to start looking for the homes. All right. You're looking for the home. So if you find a home that you find that you like and that also fits your budget and fits some of the other criteria that you have, again, for your dream home, then now the agent will take you what's called house hunting. And that's pretty much going to the different homes that are for sale and doing a thorough walkthrough of the homes to see if you can envision yourself in that home. If you walk through the living room, can you see your furniture in that place? You go through the kitchen, can you see yourself cooking in that kitchen? Can you see your family eating in the dining room? Can you see your kids or your family playing in the background? That's the next part. That would be number 3. All right. So number 1 is getting pre-approved, or getting your pre-approval letter from the bank or a mortgage officer. Hire me as your agent, okay, or hire any agent. Number 3 is house hunting, okay, going to hunt for the house. You're looking for your house. So if you see something online, or if your agent sends you homes that matches your criteria, your budget, then we actually go into the homes to actually see it live in person. And the next step is you want to make an offer. Okay, you want to make an offer once you actually found the home that you like. All right. Now you're making an offer so the person that is selling the home will accept the offer. Okay. So now what happens is sometimes offers aren't accepted, right, for different reasons. But you make an offer, and once the offer is accepted, then now you go into the next step, which is getting the home appraised. Now let me go back one step. What happens if the home? What happens if your offer doesn't get accepted? Well, if your offer doesn't get accepted, then you find out why exactly. Maybe the offer was too low. And if the offer is too low and again, it's still within your budget and you're able to offer more, then you do that. Obviously, it depends on how much you really want that house, you really want that home, then definitely do what you need to do to make sure the offer gets accepted. All right. So, but if the offer does get accepted, then now you go into the next step, and the next step will be to get the home appraised. And the whole reason for getting the home appraised is to make sure that what you're paying is exactly what the home is worth. That's very simple, right? You want to make sure, if you're going to buy something, right, you want to make sure you vet it out. You get some professionals to come look at it and say, hey, I'm paying this much for this. Is it really worth it? Is that really the price, the value of the thing that I'm purchasing? Same thing when it comes to buying the home. Same thing as in real estate. So once that's done and you're good, the home is valued, it's appraised at the value that you're going to buy the home. Now you're pretty much you're in the process. You're almost, I would say, about halfway there of actually owning this home. Okay, so now you're having the title company doing their research, doing their part of the process. Again, you really have a team of people assisting you in this process. And it's not just the agent. There are a lot of people that are working to make sure you go through this process. Again, stress-free. All right, because it could be stressful. So now the home is appraised. All right, that's step number 5. Now you can actually, which would most likely happen with the title company, is you would just get home insurance for the home, really on the mortgage. All right. So again, there's not much you need to do there, and that's going to be different. Different for different homes, or the type of coverage, or different areas, the type of coverage that you need. And then now the next step is to get the home inspected. That's another vetting part of just making sure the home has no issues, making sure the home has no problems. And if there are any issues, you want to make sure you communicate it to the seller, to make sure the seller either compensate for anything that needs to be fixed, or they can fix it themselves. All of that to make sure the home is exactly what you're looking for and what you're paying for. All right. And that will be step 6. So first we got pre-approval. Second is hire an agent, hopefully me. Third is house hunting, actually going to look for the house that you need, that you want. 4 is making an offer. 5 is getting an appraisal. All right. Again, making sure the home value is exactly what the sellers are asking for. And then, of course, you want to get the home insurance for the mortgage. Next, you have the home inspected to make sure there are no issues, that nothing comes later on, on closing day, or maybe on your final walkthrough, which is a step that which is actually the next step. You want to make sure everything is fine and everything is ready and everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. All right. And adjust this right here. There we go. I feel like just you guys just see my head like this. So yeah, so then the next step is after the home is inspected, all right, and you get the green light from the home inspector. Then now again, throughout this whole time, in the background, you have the title company, is doing title research. They're doing a bunch of different things to make sure that there are no liens on the home. There's no that the title is is you would say clean. There's nothing wrong as far as the ownership of the home. All right, because there are different things that can affect that. So once that's cleared and you have a closing date, you want to make sure you do a final walkthrough. All right, the walkthrough is typically done a couple of days before the actual closing date to make sure everything, the home is still the way it is, the way you did your first walkthrough. You make sure everything is still there. Let's say there are things that were promised to you with the home. You want to make sure they're still there, etc. Also, after the inspection, if there were changes that needed to be made, you want to make sure those changes were made. And after the final walkthrough, a couple of days later, you have your closing, which is the final step. You have your closing, and you're sitting at the table. Your family's next to you. Your agent is with you, and you're signing the papers for your home, your new home. You're taking selfies and pictures with the key and everything. Everything is fine. The closing goes smoothly, and as soon as they hand you those keys, you are officially a homeowner. Wow! So it's exciting. It's a celebration. It is awesome. It is awesome. So now you're a homeowner and you have the keys. Now you can go to your home, right? You can move in your furniture. Maybe you get new furniture, new beds and all that. And you can maybe repaint the home if you'd like, repaint the different rooms. It's yours. It's your home. Now you can do whatever you want with it. And that's the final. That's the process. That is the home buying process. Obviously, I gave you the abbreviated version, right? But that's really all it is. You get pre-approved. You hire an agent. You look for the home. You find it. Boom. You make an offer. Offer is accepted. Boom. You get the home appraised. The home is appraised well at what it's supposed to be. Great. Now we keep going. We get the home insured. We get the house inspected. We do the final walkthrough, and then we close. That is the home buying process. And again, it is much, much, much easier and stress-free if you do it with a knowledgeable agent. Because obviously you have a lot of things going on in your life that you don't want to deal with all of that paperwork, all of that stuff that, especially like the title companies, they are awesome. They are awesome at what they do. So the last thing would be to really make the home yours. Make the home yours. And you can get, home decorators or just, my wife is big on Pinterest. She finds a lot of different ideas on Pinterest on how to decorate certain type of rooms, certain type of backyards, changing things, maybe creating different outdoor kitchens and different things, like all type of things you can do to your home to make it really yours and make it personable to you. And that is the home buying process. That's it. Now, if you need more information, let's say you want a detailed conversation, let's say that. I want you to do this. I want you to go ahead and I want you to call or text this phone number, 407-575-4428. All right, for a free, I don't like the word consultation. Let's call it a conversation, right? A conversation about how you can start your process of buying a home. How can you become a homeowner? And again, it doesn't have to be, it could be within the next 3 months, within the next 6 months, within the next 9 months, within the next year, or within the next 2 years. It's never too early to start talking about it. Okay, it's never too early to start having that conversation if that is your goal in the next couple of years. Again, the earlier that you can prepare yourself, the much better, and the easier the process will be for everyone involved. All right. Again, if you need to have a conversation just about the process, how does it really go, what happens, how to start. I think how to start is probably the most frequently asked question is, how do I start? Where do I begin? How do what do I need to do to get myself ready? You can text or call 407-575-4428. And you can stop by our office right here. Right here downtown, 712 Seminole Avenue, Orlando, Florida 32804. You can stop by the office and talk to myself or one of our agents here, and we'll definitely take care of you. We'll make sure that you go through this process, again, stress free, and that you at the end of the day, you're able to just enjoy your new home as a homeowner. All right. Again, it is my pleasure to just educate and share with you information about the home buying process, about the real estate industry and market in general. And again, I'll be here every Monday. Every Monday, you get to see my face. You get to hear me. 12 noon, live on Facebook. Joe's Real Estate Show, presented to you by Derilus TV. And I will see you guys next week. All right. But before I go, can you do me a favor? Go ahead and share this video now. Share it if you know someone who's looking to buy a home, who's looking to just learn about the process. Share with them this video. Share with them my phone number. My email is buywithjoederilus@gmail.com. That's buywithjoederilus@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, text, Facebook. You know the deal. All right. Just let us know how we can help you, and we hope you have a good afternoon. All right. See you guys next week.